So the story about the Trump rally is a Muslim student who goes to a Trump rally just to see for himself what all this rhetoric is about, and a group of Trump supporters get riled up and beat him until he's bloody and senseless. But there's a Hillary Clinton supporter there, and her instinctive response is to start screaming at the people who beat this boy up, right? And to tell them how wrong they are, and how this is exactly the kind of violence that is so disruptive, and why Trump is not even a legitimate candidate, and just a bunch of hotheads and rednecks are the only people that are around. And what is she doing? She's mirroring the same violence, right? It's just a mirror image of reverberating of conflict and escalation and finger pointing, and I'm not going to listen to you, you're not going to listen to me. And in the midst of all that, this young boy is suffering and is not being tended to. Nobody's having compassion. Nobody's seeing the real brutality that is happening. Instead, we're just mirroring evil. We're mirroring violence, right? And so, yeah, the Hillary Clintons were, yeah, of course, that's what we're supposed to do. But the intent of the parable is, but in the midst of doing that, what's really happening? You got escorted off by the security because you're causing so much of a riot. Nobody can tell the difference between the Trump supporter and the Clinton supporter because you're both screaming and red-faced. And nobody is tending to this person who's wounded and in need of attention. And then, of course, the Bernie Sanders character is there. He's a supporter who's of course, he sees everything that's going on. And what a great moment to put on YouTube, right? Video records the whole thing on his phone, runs to his hotel room, puts it on the internet, blogs about how terrible the Trump supporters are and how this is perfect proof that they should never even be allowed to be gathering in the first place. Their voices should be silenced. They should be dispersed completely. And once again, nobody is tending to this Muslim student who's bleeding on the ground. There is no compassion. It is just mirroring, again, the brutality and the dogmatism and the bigotry and the one-sidedness of the Trump rally. They're mirror images of what's going on. But the Trump supporter who's standing off by the side, who's got the red, white, and blue cap on, he's got the little poster that says, "Keep America strong, kick the terrorists out." He's the one who sees this guy on the ground, and something in him breaks open. And he says, enough. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. It doesn't matter right now. This is just conflict. We are beating each other up senseless, and here is the victim of the crime. This is the casualty right here of all of us. All of us are contributing to this casualty right there. We are all beating that kid. And he says, enough, enough. And he has compassion. And in having compassion, he's able to reveal and embody that even the Trump supporter is a human being with dignity, with capacities for care, and given the right circumstances where things can relax, their hearts can have compassion for the marginal, can be open to collaboration and working together. And for me, that's the beauty of the parable, is that Jesus asks which one embodies the kind of politics of compassion that we want, which one is loving their neighbor, which one's heart really is in the right place. It's not the Clinton supporter screaming, it's not the Bernie Sanders supporter vitriolic emailing and putting stuff on web pages, blogging. It's not the Trump supporters that beat up the Muslim in the first place. It's the man whose heart is softened. That's what we're all invited to do. And to say enough to the polarizing. Right and left together. Republican, Democrat together. Blue state, red state together. We are all equally contributing to the violence, the rhetoric, the soul beating that is happening. We are all equally culpable. Someone needs to say enough.